Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the McGonagall Boxing Podcast. Let's get straight down to it. So it's been a month. I've let it fester a little bit. I didn't want to dive straight in there, but I want to break down the post-fight Lomachenko Lopez fight. Yes, it wasn't a classic Loma performance. Yes, Lopez, credit to him, made things awkward and used his size. He stopped Loma from dominating early. Loma as well was subdued. He was quiet. He was quite passive. Probably a mixture of things. It was respect of Lopez, who was very sharp and was able to counter Loma whenever he did try and attack. Loma says himself he was trying to process the early rounds, and I just think a year off, pretty much. Now when you're 32. A year off's a big difference compared to a year off when you're 22, 23. And that's not an excuse, that's facts. So it took him a while to get going. And credit to Lopez, he held firm, he stood the centre of the ring, which is very hard to do against Loma, and he won the first 6 rounds. And people were like, what's going on with Loma? I get it. But it's absolute nonsense to say Loma was washed out, finished, or Lopez is a better fighter. As soon as Loma got into gear, as soon as he started feeling confident, processed, got his timing, his feet work, movement, everything coming back, the last 5 rounds were his. No question. And it was nip and tuck. That final round, we were looking at a draw until Lopez just threw caution to the wind, managed to land a few good shots and edged it. So for me and for the two of the judges, it was a 7-5 win. One of the score judges was an absolute disgrace, scoring it 8-2 for Lopez. But, you're going to expect that, unfortunately, in Vegas, just the way it is. But it just winds me up when you hear these non-boxing fans saying that Lopez dominated Lomachenko. Lomachenko won and lost that fight himself. There's no question about it. Who's the better fighter? Well, we saw that as it down the home stretch. When Loma got going, he was clearly the better fighter. He was hitting Lopez. He was hurting him. At times buzzing him, but he just didn't get started. It was strange. It was subdued, and I just couldn't understand what I was watching the first 6 rounds. I don't know what was going on, because clearly Loma's dad was saying you need to throw more punches. What's going on? It was a very strange choice for Loma not to throw any punches for the first 6 rounds. Was he trying to tire Lopez out? Maybe, but at 23 in his prime, that's not going to happen. So I didn't understand that. Credit Lopez, he took advantage of that. Not always easy against Loma, but very disappointing first 6 rounds. But he came on strong. He was much better in the second half of the fight. And if they were to have a rematch, which I am pushing for, I want to see, Loma should be pushing for, if he starts like he ended, there's only one winner. There's only one winner in that fight. Lomachenko had better footwork, better hand speed, more active, better angles. When he got going, when he was aggressive, was less wary of Lopez's punch power. It was all kinds of wrong for Lopez. And he was dominating. So Lomachenko's got to have that mindset when he goes into a rematch. Aggressive, busy from the word go. Put it on Lopez. Lopez will struggle to keep up with that pace, as was shown. But if he's passive and too respectful of Lopez's power, he's going to get beat again. So it was a strange fight. A clear case of a fight of two halves. It was 7-5. But you can't win a big fight like that if you give away the first 6 rounds. So only Lomachenko really knows why he did that. If he makes adjustments, which I think he will do, he's still a young man at 32. He's not washed up. He didn't take a beating. He'll put it right in the rematch. But the rematch has got to happen. He should be forcing this now. He should be forcing Bob Arum, make that rematch. Do not let Lopez move on or get away. This is far from over. That's what he should be pushing for. My money would be on a big Lomachenko win in the rematch. Moving on, obviously there are young guns out there. There's Devin Haney, who had a clear cut but not particularly impressive win against the old faded Gamboa. Yes, Haney's got good boxing skills. Yes, he's slick, but he doesn't have any punch power, and that's going to be a massive problem against the big hitters like Gervonta Davis, like Ryan Garcia, like even Lopez, and even someone like Lomachenko, not massive hitter, but you need power to get his respect, like Lopez did, to keep him off you. I don't think Haney's got that. So that's his big downfall. I think someone like Davis, someone like Lopez will walk Haney down. I don't think they'll respect his power, and that's going to be big problems for him. Davis, fantastic knockout against Santa Cruz, wasn't it? Vicious, violent, brilliant fight up to that point. Santa Cruz was giving him all kinds of problems. That's the thing with Davis. He's not the best boxer. He hasn't got the best footwork. He can get hit, but he knows he's got a tough chin, and he knows he can get to you. So it's exciting. He walks you down in total faith that he's going to knock you out with vicious angles, punches. He can bang from both hands. He's a great fighter. There's no question about it. So he's the most exciting fighter in the division. Is he the best boxer? No, but he can do the most damage. So credit to him as well. It's a very, very exciting division. I've been saying this for a year now. It's a shame the Campbell-Garcia fight has been postponed, but I think you will see a masterclass from Ryan Garcia as well. I think he's going to make a statement against the old guard that is Campbell. And I think the new guard are starting to take over now, but I don't think the old King Lomachenko is done just yet. I want to see him put this right in the rematch. I think he will do, and then it's game on for the next couple of years in the lightweight division. Gervonta Davis, for me though, will end up as king.